You think therapy heals wounds until you find out it's where the knife was first sharpened. When I read a letter from my wife's therapist, I didn't just find out about her pain. I found the truth about her betrayal, written in her own words. It all started on a quiet Sunday morning. My wife had left early, saying she had a special session with her therapist. That wasn't unusual. She'd been seeing Dr. Allen for almost a year to deal with stress. But that morning, something felt off. Her phone buzzed on the table. I glanced at it. A message popped up from someone named A. It said, "Can't wait to see you again." Same time? I froze. A could have been anyone, but deep down I already knew. I didn't touch her phone, but that single text lit a fire of suspicion in me. Later that day, she came home cheerful, humming as if she had no worries. When I casually asked, "How was your session?" she smiled and said, "It's helping. Finally." I forced a smile too, but inside I was boiling. A few days later, while cleaning the living room, I noticed an envelope tucked under a pile of magazines. It had her therapist's office logo on it. Curiosity got the better of me. I shouldn't have opened it, but I did, and that decision changed everything. Inside was a handwritten letter addressed to my wife. It wasn't professional. It wasn't clinical. It was personal. It started with, "I've never crossed a line with a patient before. But you're different. I can't stop thinking about you." My heart stopped. I read every word about their deep connection, how sessions became more than therapy, how he felt alive again because of her. And worst of all, near the end he wrote, "You make me forget my own vows, and I don't regret it." I dropped the letter, hands shaking. My wife, the woman I trusted more than anyone, had an affair with her therapist. The man who was supposed to heal her had used her to destroy me. I didn't confront her right away. I needed proof, not just of her betrayal, but of his unprofessional abuse of trust. So I began to plan. Over the next week, I installed a small recorder under her car's dashboard. She always took that car to her sessions. 3 days later, I retrieved it. When I listened, I nearly crushed the device in my hand. There they were, laughing, whispering, talking about how they couldn't meet at his office anymore because it was getting risky. Then he said, "Don't worry. I found a new place and it's safe. I had enough." But I didn't want to just expose them. I wanted them to feel the weight of every lie they told. The next day, I printed copies of the letter and emailed one to the therapist's clinic, one to the state medical board, and one to his wife. Yes, I found out he was married too. Then I waited. That evening, when my wife came home, I handed her the same envelope she'd hidden from me. Her face turned pale instantly. "You opened it?" she whispered. "I read every word," I said coldly. "How long, Emma? How long have you been betraying me with the man who's supposed to fix you?" Tears filled her eyes. "It wasn't like that. He understood me. Stop lying," I snapped. "He used you, and you let him destroy everything we built." She collapsed to her knees, sobbing, but I'd already made my choice. I showed her the email copies and said, "By tomorrow morning, everyone will know. His wife, his clinic, and the board that gave him his license." Her tears turned to panic. "You didn't. Please don't ruin his life." I laughed bitterly. "Ruin his life? You both ruined mine." The next day, chaos broke loose. His clinic suspended him immediately. His wife filed for divorce. News spread fast. A therapist accused of having an affair with his patient. And as for my wife, she lost everything. Her dignity, her friends, her family's respect. Weeks later, she came to see me. Her eyes were hollow, her voice trembling. "I just wanted someone to listen," she said. "I never meant for this to happen." I looked at her and said quietly, "You could have told me, but instead, you let a stranger read your soul while you buried mine."
She left that day and I haven't seen her since.
The house is quiet now, painfully quiet. But when I look at that old envelope on my desk, I'm reminded of one truth. Betrayal doesn't always come from enemies. Sometimes it's written on a therapist's letterhead. If you liked the video, please subscribe and turn on notifications.